Alright, hey everyone, Wonderbots here, and welcome to the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. Let's see, represents work in progress, maybe different from the final product. It's only got a month, so I doubt it's going to change too much.
Unless this is the demo that they presented to us at PAX.
Yeah, which I think they have this locked down pretty dang well. Which is good, because I absolutely adored the demo when we got to play it. We got an email from a press contact at Square Enix being like, hey, you want to check out Final Fantasy VII at PAX? And we're like, heck yeah. And so we did. And so this might honestly be something we've already played before, but I didn't record it then just because we didn't really have a setup for it. I don't want to record it now because, yeah, I love this game. I've never actually played Final Fantasy VII to completion. Usually what happens when I play it is I leave Midgar and then I'm like, alright, and then I lose a lot of interest. I think I got to the point where you had to, like, catch or breed Chocobo, and I was just like, bleh.
So many of my friends loved Final Fantasy growing up, and they all had the PlayStation, so I got to watch the introductions to 8, 10, 12, but, oh yeah, and then in college, people were playing 13, and I got to see the introduction to that, but never actually have played any of them.
Yeah, we started to play Final Fantasy XII when we moved into our apartment in New York. And we've played...
It was a couple hours.
Yeah. I've actually only finished two Final Fantasy games, which were 10 and 10-2. I played those relentlessly. Oh, and Tactics. But
Did you ever play Chocobo's Dungeon?
Yeah. I played it about a year ago. There was a Chocobo Mystery Dungeon game that I was playing. I was enjoying it, but it was getting progressively harder, and I was enjoying it less and less. And so I eventually just kind of stopped.
And you also played Crystal Chronicles growing up, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was kind of one of those frustrating things where it was really supposed to be a multiplayer game, but I was playing it solo. And you also needed, like, Game Boy Advances and, like, special cords and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, I remember that you had to use other games as, well, other handheld systems as controllers, right?
Yeah, which was just kind of rough. Let's see. Anyway, we might as well dive right in here. We can talk about this more as we go. Let's see. I'm just going to play it on normal. What's classic? Oh, interesting.
Oh, wait. If you want to focus on using commands in battle...
So the player control character will attack and defend automatically, allowing you to focus on executing commands. So instead of having it... I mean, you saw the combat system. We'll just dive in on normal. But I don't even know how to describe it. They came up with a really cool alternative combat system for this. Because everybody wanted it to be like old school style or like Final Fantasy 15 style, and I wanted neither. And I think what they came up with is perfect.
I've always been impressed with their animations.
Square Enix is absolutely amazing when it comes to, like, art, animations, and design. They get a little goofy here and there, but, like, it's impressive what they've managed to do over the last, 20, 30 years.
Looks like something's leaking. And it's potentially spiritual in nature?
It's the life force of the planet. They're piping it through to power all of Midgard.
Interesting.
I don't think that's spoilers. It certainly was on the main page on the PS4 or the PSN.
And I've seen her everywhere. This is Aerith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. The signage was in English. I wonder if they change it depending on what version of the game you're playing.
I bet so, yeah.
An extensive city. Not that immense. Where is it situated in...
It's got some outer rings, but no. I guess it really isn't that large by our standards.
loud. Mako Reactor 1. That's some cool gear. I like how it has a sci-fi edge to it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
One of Square Enix's best talents is Magitech. And blending like fantasy and sci-fi. I wish more companies would actually do it to this extent. God, I love his design. Barrett looks amazing.
Get down here, Merc.
Hi. Oh, nothing else. So,
Halt! Who goes there? You're up.
okay, square to attack. Hold square to unleash an attack capable of hitting
You're
multiple
coming with
enemies.
us. Nice.
Don't think so.
In the
Wow.
original, was it
They're just
turn-based
dead.
combat,
Uh,
or was it still action combat?
It was ATB, which is active time battle. Effectively, you'd still have the rows of characters facing off against each other, but you'd have a meter that would slowly fill up, and when that meter filled, that meant it was your turn. And you'd have a meter for every single character. It was a fairly good way of handling it kind of real-time without being
Who
too
the hell?
real-timey.
Hands where I can see him.
Have fun.
Okay, so interestingly enough, it actually is. They kept it in this one. It just does something differently. So ATP gauge fills as time passes, and by attacking.
Special actions. I see. So it's a meter for
Yeah, so
performing special
we're gonna get
feats.
multiple.
Move and we shoot.
If you notice, we have 2 ATB gauges. Okay, expend it. Doing commands. Press X to try using one of the commands. So we've got this one. Let's use abilities. Focus thrust on the other guy. That's a lot healthier.
Oh.
Yep.
Was never in doubt.
So you choose an ability and then apply it to an enemy.
Yep. Let's see. When not in battle, you can check the map, open menus, view various kinds of information. So there's that. Let's see. When that icon appears, move your character closer to automatically jump. Croucher. Okay.
Is that healthy? Benora White, apple juice.
Oh, are you looking at the vending machine?
Well, oh no, there's like a clear icicle thing, but on the wall there's a poster.
We
Apple
can look at it in a
juice.
second. Oh yeah, we're out. We have mango passion fruit though.
And we have orange juice, but you enjoy apple juice.
Oh, I like this. This is gonna be good. I don't think we need to care about any of that. What do we have options-wise? Cursor out of battle, forget. Oh, you can change the difficulty on the fly. That's good. Minimax static, subtitles, chat log. All these are good. Can I change A? I'm going to turn some of these things down a bit. Because I found the characters a little hard to hear in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. They also have a menu option for...
Wait, do people dissolve into materia?
Yeah, they were just dissolving into life stream,
The
I
life
guess.
stream- Okay.
Materia is the crystal
Drop the
stuff.
weapon.
Ah.
You got this.
Yeah, what he said.
Guarding and defending. So R1 to guard,
You're
circle
coming
to
with
evade.
us.
Can't get surrounded. Nope. It's over.
Okay. If I did L1 braver?
The
Okay.
guy fell out of the environment into the corner.
Try harder.
There we go. Now here's the question.
Oh, he's throwing a grenade.
Grenade!
Oh, it went off over there.
What was your plan? Okay, I'm still trying to learn how to use the quick menu. I don't think I'm going to use the quick menu
Let's
over
go.
the slow one. Or maybe I'll get used to it once I'm actually used to playing. But I kind of like to pause and actually look at things. Okay, triangle to interact with things. Few potions. I don't remember being able to go through this entire section in,
Oh, is that a chest?
Yep. Yep, so extra potions, grenades, some other stuff. Did we go through this section when we were playing the demo at PAX?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No,
I thought we had
this
like
feels
a
like
curtailed experience.
It was pretty much a boss fight.
We definitely ran around a little bit more. Like, there was more than just a boss fight, but it was definitely like fight, boss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, boxes with the Shinra logo. These things. Biff 'em.
I assume Shinra's an
Mako
evil
shards.
corporation.
What was that?
Shinra's an evil corporation, probably.
Yeah, it's the corporation that more or less runs the city. They're the ones that have put up all of these giant... Oh, man, that's cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, smoke's a little bit cheap looking compared to everything else, but I still like it. The fact that you can just look up and it's just big.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Real joy.
Is there something sparkly about Cloud's hair?
He's anime.
It just seemed like it was gritty almost. Did he put too much hairspray in it?
Oh, 100%.
Just to keep all those spikes up?
He just rubs pure mako in there.
Looks are what people notice first.
That's a bit better.
Guess I'm not on the same
But,
page
like,
as people.
his hair is 50%
I'd say
hair
you're not
product.
even reading the same book.
So,
That's
also,
why it's
we're done
sparkling and
Or
glistening.
even the same.
something to mention, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention. There's a Biggs and Wedge in, I believe, every single Final Fantasy game. which
Really? They really liked Star Wars that much?
I'm assuming as such, yeah. Because in Final Fantasy VIII, you actually play as Biggs and Wedge as kind of like weird alt versions of the main cast.
Well, isn't there also
Sid.
Sid? Yeah.
Biggs, Wedge, and Sid are the three like heavily recurring names that I know of. There might be more, but those are the ones that come back. Mog as well. Though they kind of cut back on Moogles with some of the later games.
You'll keep us safe, right, Cloud?
Okay. I don't actually really know if there's too much of a reason for me to look for everything, seeing as we're not going to be able to keep it. When this game actually comes out, I will be super...
Thorough. Yep.
Yeah.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Wedge. You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gil.
Man, they've nailed the music here. Okay. Lock on to certain things.
Oh, guard dog. Has an immensely long tail, though. Probably some kind of fantastical version of one.
That guy's still alive? He is. Dog! Abilities, focus thrust.
Ooh. It still has a lot of HP on it. Oh, there you go.
Not for long!
Yeah, especially while it's down.
I have the hitty button.
Looks almost like a jackal.
Was never in doubt.
Yeah, what?
Elevator's over there! Catch up soon!
I want to say They used a similar dog design between Final Fantasy 6 and 7, but I could be wrong. Alright, do we have any other boxes? I know. I played a ton of Final Fantasy 6. Never finished it. I got to the oh, what is it? The alt world? I don't remember. The World of Ruin. There we go. And then I stopped. That would be one that I would love to see them actually remake in this level of quality. Like, I realize it's probably a incredible undertaking to actually, like, remake these games to this degree. But, I don't know, some of the old Final Fantasy games were actually, like, really whimsical and interesting. And I'd love to see them get the same treatment.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they remake a number of them for the DS?
Yeah, they did. Final Fantasy, at least 2 and 3 got remade. I don't know about 1. 6 has, weirdly enough, always been kind of ignored.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Okay, 3 and 4. That's what it was.
Ugh.
Oh,
Wait a minute, the tail's coming out of its shoulders?
That's like a displacer beast.
Yeah. Almost be like a second spine.
Yeah, that's displacer beat. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I like the shortcuts. They'll be nice to get used to. I'm getting smacked around, though.
Not bad.
Just a little bit. Probably not that noticeable, but it hurts.
Glad the sword fit through there.
So, one thing to ask. This is effectively a hallway simulator, just not exactly a hallway. Does it bug you much?
You mean going on rails through an environment killing things?
Well, I mean,
Get
but
to
this whole area is
goalposts?
extremely linear. Before we started recording, we were talking about how Final Fantasy XIII was a hallway simulator to the nth degree.
Well, at the very least, though, you're exploring a bit of the environment, and there isn't a cutscene every 5 steps. Because
True.
at the very beginning of Final Fantasy XIII, I remember it, every single encounter, there'd be a cutscene after it.
That it?
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not so bad here because this is to establish the story. I'm pretty sure that as soon as you get into the world, you're going to have... are there side quests and
Yeah.
other objectives? So it's one of those
I
things
believe
where
so.
it's very common in games for the first level or levels to be on rails because they're trying to introduce the characters,
why I have to hold that
the
down.
antagonists, and then the main objective.
Come on, Cloud.
And usually something happens to foil your plans or you're set back, and then you have to figure out how are we going to deal with this, and that's when they let you out into the world to gather new allies and recoup.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
Now I noticed
Don't
that he's...
you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
Sorry?
I noticed that he says soldier in capitals.
Soldier is... So if you notice, Cloud's kind of got a uniform-ish on. It's a little goofy looking, and he's definitely taken off a lot of parts. But
Are they
it's like a
highly
merc
trained?
group? Oh,
Okay.
shit.
What?
Wonder how feasible it would be for us to try and play Crisis Core.
But so he's highly trained, and apparently this group is infamous.
Yeah, so Soldier is it's a military/merc group that works specifically for Shinra. They do a lot of like peacekeeping stuff, but also a lot of other things.
But is he a defector or something, or because they said that he's a mercenary and that you've seen these reactors several times before,
he's ex Shinra, he's ex soldier. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why he left. There's a lot of
there's
stuff.
definitely something going on in his head. Did they implant some kind of weird chip? Is he connected to something? We'll have to see.
Yeah.
It might be spoilers.
It's
but
super spoilers.
There was that throb for a moment.
Yeah, so effectively there's Crisis Core and there is also a TV show that really gets into the backstory for Cloud. I'm sure they'll get into it more in this one because it's actually kind of piecemeal in this game. I think they explain it fairly well. There's also Advent Children. You don't really need Advent Children, though.
I'm watching you.
In 3, 2... Damn, I'm good.
But yeah, let's...
Who's there? Door! Well, wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Let's see. Switching modes. Unique ability, activate with triangle. Cloud's mode shift ability. You can switch between balanced operator and attack-oriented Punisher style. Punisher mode. Cloud moves more slowly, but Square unleashes more powerful attack than usual. In addition, launches a counterblow every time he guards against an enemy's melee attack. Cannot, however, guard against ranged attacks or magic. When you evade such attacks, you'll switch back to operator mode.
We can take him! Make it rain!
That's that.
Wow. Yeah, they are substantially heavier hits.
Time to burn.
Yeah, clearly.
You can use magic too. Also, there's a grenade.
I know, I was trying to roll, but Cloud is too busy flourishing.
We're back.
Let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it out!
Let's see. Wondered you could play through disc 1 before the game comes out. I think I'd rather put the time into Crisis Core, though. Anything here? No. These are just boxes as opposed to Shinra boxes. So.
Simmer down, hotshot.
I got this place covered.
You should probably heal soon.
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? Then we're good.
Careful in there. Well,
I'm really digging their designs.
Isn't that how they looked in the original game?
I mean, they were blocky. Like, the translation of what was originally planned on being an N64 game to this is nothing short of incredible.
So were they on par with
Security's only gonna get tighter, so be ready. We can't afford any more mistakes.
Were they on par with Ocarina of Time graphics or worse?
Worse. But not by much. But they were super polygonal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly remember. Yeah, worse, way worse. Yeah. It's been a while.
Looks like the elevator's on another floor. Mind pushing that button?
Why do I have to push the button?
So,
Oh, I see.
you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys close?
Really? Now?
Tifa and I.
He seems to have issues recalling things.
Yeah.
Something's blocking him. Also, I can't help but look at his shoulder pad and think that that's a recipe for tetanus. There's just screws coming out of it. Ah, one of the big bads?
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir. We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer. This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me! You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
Damn straight I do!
Get help.
Say that again!
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
Our lives are on the line now. You listening, Merc? One false move. And that happens.
Well, so much for having Cloud do all the fighting. There are some places a sword just can't reach. Just bear with him for me, would you?
Yeah.
Should have asked for more money.
I find it so awkward that they go between threats and making jokes. Ah, well, looks like Barrett's joined.
Barrett specializes in ranged attacks. Holding down square releases a sustained burst of automatic fire when equipped with a ranged weapon. Barrett can fire from safe locations and hit enemies that Cloud cannot reach with his sword.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me. Now for the real show.
Okay. Let's
You don't
watch
look so
health.
good. Take care of those wounds before you
Yeah,
bleed
Cloud
out.
is low on.
Cloud's
low
getting
on-
messed
yep.
up. Luckily, Elixir Syndrome is already deferred.
I'm waiting.
Ouch.
Well,
Got hit
I
in the back
attempted.
there.
Oops, that's not working. Hammer.
Yeah,
Hammer.
you're not really locking on properly, are you?
Okay. Overcharge. While in control of Barrett to deliver a heavy-hitting attack, fills a large portion of his ATB gauge. Once unleashed, it takes a long time. Oh, interesting.
See ya. How'd you like that?
Here's a question. Can I... Cloud spells... Nope. I guess it would be Barrett. We don't actually want to do that. Steel Skin reduces damage. And... Focus Shot.
Here it comes.
That's cool.
Yep.
Wait, what are those?
Monodrives. They look like eyeballs
Yep.
on screws.
Yep, that
What
they
the
do.
hell?
Except there's some kind of...
Got this. Do your job.
What's the plant-like aspect to them? Almost looks like they have leaves. Weird.
They
But yes,
do look... They look super weird.
Here it comes.
Okay, anything else? Yes.
See ya.
So, essentially
That
this
was
group
easy.
is comprised of eco-terrorist vigilantes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be lying if I said I remembered much of this game. Mostly, I just remember the first time I ever played it, which was at my cousin's house in Minnesota. We were there for an afternoon, and I was like, "Oh, cool! You know, he's just got his PS1 hooked up. Let's play some games." And start playing Final Fantasy VII. He gets home, comes over and just shuts the thing off and says, "Nope, you
Look
can't
what
play
we have
this."
here.
The
Oh.
laser security system. Great.
Those things will hurt more than your pride if you're careless. They'll cut you down to size and then some. But I'm guessing you've done this kind of thing before.
Yeah. Figure out the timing of the lasers. Then, make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Just keep those baby blues of yours on me.
Okay. Holding R1, R2 to dash, or press it in. Follow Jesse, but Ox? Well, one way or another. Barret spells Cure, Cloud.
What are you doing?
Being lazy. I thought I was timing it better. I was like, okay, we're good. Nope, we're not. Luckily, they barely do damage, so it's kind of... It doesn't matter super much whether or not I do it. Okay.
Okay, let's see what's up next. And it's more of the same. Come on then.
These are a little bit swifter.
Oh, no. They're not swifter necessarily. They do like a quick 3 cycle. That's dirty.
Just relax.
Okay, so I cannot dodge roll out of combat.
Pretty easy,
Well.
right? Phew. Well,
Easy, but I'm not patient.
and we're almost at our objective.
Patience is for other people.
Don't
Uh-oh.
call those things sweepers for nothing. They can wipe out a whole squad in seconds.
Not if you wipe the floor with them first.
Okay, do we have any boxes? Now that I know bust the boxes up, I'm like actually kind of obsessive about breaking every box.
Or finding every treasure chest. Yeah.
The flip side to Elixir Syndrome is compulsive hoarding.
Now, the unfortunate thing is it looks like there are several of these that are
That hunk of junk
dormant.
is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in, we die.
Is that right?
Need to hit it with magic. That should give us an opening.
Oh. Better prepare a fire blast.
Less fire. Oh, I see.
Yeah, they wanted you to lead with magic.
Hitting enemies with certain attacks will knock them off balance, and pressured will appear under the gauge. Help them with spells and abilities quickly fill the stagger gauge. Once it's full, you can stagger them. Gauge fills faster depending on the abilities and magic used. Pulls the foe's vulnerabilities. Find the most effective attack to finish off each enemy.
Hey, it's not moving.
Let's pin it down. Give it all you've got.
So each character also has their own ATB gauge.
That's all right here. Of course. It just had to get back up.
So we knock it down again. No time to complain.
Okay. Owie? Okay, enemies who have been staggered are defenseless, take more damage. Using a unique abilities on staggered foe will boost the ATB gauge. Oh, your ATB gauge.
Now's our chance. Go.
Don't need to tell me twice. I'm going to enjoy this.
Ah, nice.
Let's see. Barret doesn't really have much of anything.
Now's our chance.
Let's kick it up a notch. Something
Oops. Steel skin is not super helpful. Some enemies will occasionally bind your party members with unblockable attacks. If your character is bound, unable to attack, switch to a different character.
Got anything you want to say?
Nice.
What are you, 20-something?
First.
Huh?
Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
The hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Mm-hmm. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
So yeah, if it's not immediately obvious, Cloud's memory is extremely spotty.
Yep. Every time he's been inquired about something in his history, he fails to respond. Or seems uncertain. Or seems like he's stopped.
Can I not run around as Barret? Oh.
Maybe only in combat situations.
It's unfortunate. Actually would like to play as Barret. There's probably some way to switch around, I just don't know. But yeah, part of the reason why I want to play Crisis Core is because it actually really sets up the plot. It's a little anime, but it's actually rather well handled.
Is that the one with Valentine?
No. That's Dirge of Cerberus. That's the sequel.
Oh, Cerberus. I see.
That's our target, the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom.
Now, Crisis Core is a direct prequel, and really sets up the story. And you get to see little Babby Cloud.
God damn. I can practically taste the mako in here. Hurry it up.
Where he is just a weak little soldier.
So now they're calling this energy Mako.
Mako, yeah. Well, the
It's pounding like a jackhammer.
Scared, huh?
More like excited. I've been dreaming about this for years.
I'll have to turn up the dialogue even further next time.
Heads
'Cause-
up, boys. The end's in sight. We'll leave the rest in your capable hands. Good luck.
But first, exploration.
Not that way. Down the ladder, dummy.
Oh. But exploration. Let's see, you could do Crisis Core right after this if you wanted. It's really tempting. We're also torn between that and potentially doing between doing that and doing
Resident Evil.
yeah, because we're thinking about doing Resident Evil 1 and 2 in preparation for 3. On the flip side, I don't think you have to play any of the previous Resident Evils.
I would beg to disagree. There are definitely some things that are continuity laden with many of the early games, especially when it comes to characters.
It's over. Brace yourself.
But I've only played 2 and seen much of 4 and 5.
Like, I want to say Resident Evil 1 is probably somewhat passable.
But doesn't that set up Chris and Jill?
Maybe?
And then
I don't know,
the
actually.
second one is...
Here, let's
Let's talk about that later. This is Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Let's do Crisis Core tomorrow. Mainly because I'd actually have to set up a PSP emulator. And like the HD patch and some other stuff, and I think that's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Braver? Can I do that? Nope, can't. I know there's some way that you can jump up, but they didn't really say how to do that yet.
How old is Crisis Core?
Let's see. Crisis Core? That came out when we were sophomores in high school, I think.
Calling fire.
Okay, so graphically it's updated, but not quite like this.
Yeah, so it's realistic, but it was meant for a PSP. And they never did like an HD release on like the PS3 or anything like that. That was a launch title for the PSP. Was it a launch title? I think it was launch window title. I don't think it was launch title. But yeah, I own Crisis Core. I actually had to stop playing it because it was ruining the square button on my PSP and I couldn't play.
You had to constantly tap it?
Yeah, because, I mean, it was a hack and slash game. Actually kind of similar to this. Less ATB, though. And the PSP's square button was... Between Dynasty Warriors, Crisis Core, and Birth by Sleep, I pretty much destroyed the square button.
Oops.
All right, let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds. Go on, do the honors. Prove to me you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of us.
Never said I was. I'm just here for the paycheck.
Then do the damn job!
Evil government programming. It just... Wait. A feather.
What's wrong?
I'm
Wonder what
fine.
this-
What about the timer?
Your call, Merc.
20 minutes or 30 minutes? This is going to determine how much time you have to face the boss.
I think so.
Pretty cocky, ain't you? You double-crossing!
Heads up.
What in the hell?
God, I love this boss.
How the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Well, we know that Barret has thunder as an ability. Cloud is also taking heavy damage.
Now, bring it.
We barely scratched the damn thing.
Uh-oh. Shoot him away? There we go.
Okay.
Thunder.
Hey, ain't there something you want to
Bells,
say
what
to
else do we
your
have? No, we don't have much. Let's see. Abilities, bravery. Let's see. Abilities, bravery. Again. Oh, let's see. Abilities, I don't think we actually knocked it down. No, we haven't yet.
So it's Scorpion Sentinel. Now I noticed that there was there a separate target for its tail versus its main body, or
I don't.
no? I don't
Actually,
think so.
no.
I noticed that maybe it was the special attacks could be designated one or the other. Uh-oh.
I'm getting messed up a bit. Yep.
Yep.
Ain't done yet.
Uh-oh. Cloud's
Yeah,
Cloud
getting
isn't
messed up
doing
as
well.
well. Well, on the plus side, we have a silly amount of potions. So, I guess I can just chuck them.
No holding back.
Okay, does cost me ATB gauge. That is
which
something.
you need for your thunder ability. Watch out! Watch out!
Pick on me.
Ah!
Oh, that means missiles.
What's up now?
Let's see, abilities. Let's do Steel Skin. If he's going to be abusing me, maybe he's not going to be abusing me. I'm not entirely sure.
Thing's pretty agile.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Sir, thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Watch out. He's targeting.
Okay,
Come
Steel
get
Skin.
Bring in the heat.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
You're gonna need to...
You think I care about a few cuts and bruises? Cause I don't.
Abilities, braver.
Get off.
Uh-oh.
Don't just stand there. Help me out,
Ooh.
damn it.
Okay.
If
So
we
you
don't
haven't been
change
able
it
to
up
electrocute
soon,
him
this
recently.
thing's gonna
Is
kill
it
us
because you
So
need to build up...
I mostly have been saving.
Ah.
Let's lift from you. Huh? It didn't work.
Immune. Yeah, we need to get through that EM field somehow.
Yep. He's got shields up, which apparently makes him lightning proof.
Suck on this. Kiss my ass.
That it?
Damn pain in the ass.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like I can aim for different parts. Let's see. Abilities, focus shot.
Give
I
it
think I can
everything
actually
you
change the, Can I change the combat mode here? No, I can't.
Bring it on.
I was really hoping I could actually try the other combat mode before we're done. But it looks like I don't actually get the choice here.
Could keep going if I heal up.
Okay. Abilities. Focus shot. Oh, wait. That was wasteful.
Yeah, because he has the shield also. He's targeted on you. You're gonna... Okay.
We
good.
gonna let this thing keep pushing us around? I don't know.
Yep, he was gonna move to grab.
Ability is braver.
What are you doing?
Okay, spells, cure.
A little pick me up.
Yeah, lightning does good stuff to him when he's downed.
So you need to wait for that opening. Have we been able to get the shield off of it, or is it
Oh, field generator. It's actually,
in his back? You need to target it separately.
yeah, looks like it.
Yep, that makes sense. Hopefully that didn't cost you precious time. You only set the detonator for 20 minutes.
We don't have the time limit right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you can check it. He looks to be exposed.
Yeah, he's exposed. Okay. So he's actually exposed right now, which means spells,
Thunder.
thunder, spells, or not spells, abilities, braver.
Oh, he's stinging the
Abilities,
ground.
focus thrust. Yep, screwed that one up. Oh, get in there, Cloud.
They're both really damaged. You
Yeah, I
need
should
to
probably
them
heal
up.
up for a little while.
Find the goddamn scorpion.
Okay, I am almost out of juice, but that's fine. Okay,
Wait, your cure didn't really heal you?
cure Cloud first.
Ah,
I need to patch myself up ASAP.
Okay, potion for Baron.
ouch.
Oh,
What's wrong? He's...
that was a bad spot.
You're getting clobbered.
Yeah, he keeps interrupting me. Okay, we staggered him in a
I'm in serious shit.
very good time.
Yeah, you need it. Wait, fire in the hole?
Won't be nothing
Even though you have barely any health left.
It's okay. It's stunned for the moment. Eat potion. That was a good time for eat potion.
Wow. Wants to take down the facility.
Yeah, we don't really need a bomb, do we?
You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris. Need help?
Oh, so we have to go on either side.
I'm waiting.
I like it how we have a clear line of sight to the thing, but no.
Wide open. Gonna light it up.
There is good enough. Man, let's see. Abilities. Now he's shooting at me.
Yeah, you can actually see the bullets moving in slow motion as you're paused.
Can I do focus shot? Okay. It doesn't really... Woo.
Ouch.
It doesn't really strike me that Steel Skin is worth it. Whatever the damage differential is, it's minor.
I think you should play as Cloud potentially.
Find cover and
Yeah.
hunker down.
I find that
Again and again.
melee characters especially don't really do that much damage when they're fighting because they're more often than not blocking or doing something else, whereas ranged AI tend to just fire and be reliable damage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I can go back to Cloud for a little while.
It's wide open. Gonna light it
Because it's fun being Barrett, but at the same time I noticed too often that Cloud was doing absolutely nothing.
Damn it.
Try this. So long.
Okay, where is it?
Landed behind
Gotta
you.
memorize
Hi.
the attack patterns. Heads up! Tail laser!
I see it.
Then take cover already!
I'm gonna sit here and block because there's nothing else for me to do.
Now, go!
Okay, Barrett. Yeah, so it does seem like my allies are way more likely to just kind of do whatever. Like, I think they just attack for the most part.
Just the basic attack, too.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame.
Because then it requires that you perform all of the special abilities.
Because it also means he's not using his overcharge.
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't matter so much.
Damn it. Need to heal up soon.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I get hit, and I get hit again. Healing.
Come on, whatever. Heal up and regroup.
Okay. Time for Cloud to chow down on more potion. Ow.
Incoming. Take cover.
There's really no other
Oh, the laser.
Want to get shot? Be my guest.
Okay, so
Barrett just stands in the fire.
Barrett don't care. Barrett's ass is fireproof. Well, at least I don't waste a potion by getting stunned out of it, which is nice.
Again.
Found its last legs.
Yeah, hopefully there's some kind of tactic system so I can actually give the AI commands.
Oh, hell! What's it doing now?
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Murph.
Gotta time our attacks just right. Hold out until you spot an opening.
Oh, watch out for your health.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive.
Need to do something about these wounds. It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
Okay, Barrett, don't get close.
Yeah, it has the electrical
Bad time
charge
for getting
ready.
close.
Heal up and regroup.
There we go. And it's dead.
How much time did that take you?
There's no timer on this one. I think they had the timer in the previous game, and it actually did time you, but because this is much more of like an action thing, maybe they were more forgiving, so they kind of faked out with the timer, and then it's like, never mind. Or they'll have it in the real thing.
Either way, it's destroying absolutely everything.
Shit, the bomb!
20 minutes until detonation.
Ah, it's only starting now.
Because I believe originally when you fought this thing, you actually did have...
The timer was already activated.
Yeah.
It looks like in this, it's what instigates the timer.
Yeah, we're...
Huh, you hear that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've got to move.
Wedge should be covering our way
But
out.
now it's giving you only 20 minutes.
Let's see, spells... Active character, oh, okay. I guess it probably doesn't matter, but in case we... Oh, I can't use items out of combat? That's weird.
Well, also, you're in a running sequence. where
Barrett,
you're
scoot
just-
faster. Barrett, why'd you cut your hand off and get a gun? Climb ladders faster if you had two hands. You wackadoo gentleman.
Concentrate.
Actually, how would you climb a ladder with one hand?
Madcap legs.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the damage all over the place.
It would almost be as though you have to climb up with your feet and then slide your one good hand up the side and reach for the next rung. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Well, maybe you don't put it on the rung at all. It's just going up the
Up the
side.
side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where am I going?
I think you're supposed to help the girl, aren't you?
Oh no, I'm supposed to go this way.
Yeah, there we go.
Look, okay.
Jesse.
Help a girl out, would you? My hero.
Hey, we'll link up over there. Look after Jesse.
Look at how the cutscene pauses the timer.
Come this way. This route should lead us straight to Barrett. Probably.
Ah, there's a slide.
Stuff. Oop.
Oh, there's a chest.
Excuse me. Jesse. I gotta loot. I'm an RPG protagonist. Those elixirs won't save themselves.
We're running out of time.
Shut up and climb. You're not
It keeps me
A
focused.
little too close there.
having your way.
Tifa's gonna get jealous. Tifa's gonna be so jealous.
Oh, man.
Pigs and Wedge. Oh boy. There's gonna be jealousy abound.
Ah!
There it.
I've got you covered. Find us a way out of here.
But then,
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here. Take them down. We don't have time for this shit. The clock's ticking.
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need. That's that.
You don't look so good. Take care of those wounds before you bleed out.
I like how they have the dialogue for that. Take care of those wounds before you bleed out.
Yeah, the amount of personalization we're getting here is so much more than what I remember.
ASAP.
So is there... Okay. I'm gonna quick switch. I wanted to try the other gameplay, like the other difficulty. So we're gonna switch to classic mode for a bit. Oh, this is how you use items when you're just out in the world. You actually just pull it up in the menu, quick menu, which would normally not matter. Difficulty is set to classic. Player-controlled characters will engage enemies in battle automatically. Attacking, defending, and evading as appropriate. With this mode active, you can simply wait until your ATB gauge is filled. Press X commands. Let's see. You can always control the controlled character. Battle difficulty is the same as easy.
Oh, it's another one.
You got that right.
Wait, what? Okay, there we go. So, what this is sorry.
I want to be able to use the poof.
That's it.
No, poof.
It's like a little ottoman that we have. It's squishy, except it's way too far away from me.
Brace yourself.
So this is where the quick commands are probably the most useful.
So long. Going in.
Oh, staggered.
When I'm not, like, in full control, quick commands make a lot more sense. Because, yeah, when I'm in full control, I kind of like that extra, like, little pause to say, like, oh, shoot, yeah, this is stuff I should pay attention to. Oh, we're just going out the way we came in.
Yep.
Hey.
I'm surprised all those units didn't activate.
No shit.
But
They
that'd be
just
too
weren't
many
here.
foes.
These could just be reinforcements.
Here it comes.
Anybody else? Yes. I will admit, spotting new enemies to target is a little difficult sometimes in this game. These crates weren't here previously. Which one of you is leaving crates?
Oh, are the lasers conveniently off? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. What enemy is that?
Shock Trooper.
A little more agile. What is going on with
No
them?
time
God.
to celebrate.
They looked weird. Like they had like two claws and like a weird thing, so they might have been like...
They may have been mechanically enhanced. Yeah, look at that. Ah, they almost look akin to ninjas with claws.
You're mine. Let's get it. That's that.
There we go. I'm digging the whole like switch to Punisher mode thing. That's neat. It expels fire.
Need a light.
Expels more fire.
Burn.
Don't think that worked.
No, I was on the other side.
Bring it.
Fight me.
Whatever.
I don't really think you deflected that.
I'm just sitting
Shouldn't
here
you play
guarding.
as Barrett?
He'll get it. He definitely does seem to play a little dumber.
That was nothing.
But, like, we're fine. We've got plenty of time.
I wouldn't like to rely on elevators in a situation like this.
Nope. Especially in a facility this messed up. That did not do as much damage as you would have thought,
I
though.
expected more of a reaction.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
expected that to take out the whole thing, not just the pipes.
Sir.
They're intentionally destroying it.
I think they're using it to blame the protagonists. I don't remember any
It just
of this.
they're amplifying the damage that was done. Unless they want to ensure they don't escape.
Come on.
I think they just want to scapegoat Barrett and company.
Mm-hmm. But wouldn't it still be achieving their ends, or is it overkill? Like, what did
I
they
think they
really
just need
hope
a
to
public enemy.
accomplish?
I love the fact that you can see the materia and the sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Camera shake is making it really difficult to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Cloud!
Whoa, that's an insane jump.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
You... Wait. That's the primary reactor?
That was the 8th one.
Ah,
There's 8 reactors total.
8. Okay. Oh, is this a preview to show what's to come?
Yeah, other cutscenes and other things that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can see the flower on his chest. That's
Yep.
amusing.
The lily.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Mm-hmm.
There are not a lot of games that I get really excited for as much anymore, but this one deserves it.
Ah. Sephiroth.
All right. So, select a version to purchase.
What does the does it come with art book? What's a mini soundtrack? Is it only part of the soundtrack? Wait, what's Cactuar
Cactuar?
summoning materia? So wait, so you can
Yeah, so the digital deluxe
Carbuncle.
gets the ability to summon both.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually... Yeah, you might have to specifically buy those. So, I'm gonna send an email to my PR representative for this.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Because you have that little Square Enix partnership.
Yep.
Though, does that mean if we do get a copy from them that we're going to have to say every 30 minutes.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Square Enix.
You know what? Screw that. We're buying this.
Wait, what?
I don't want to say that for a 60-hour JRPG. That would be
Thank you, Square
120 times. Good lord, never mind.
If you guys
We're
have
buying
seen
this.
our
Oh,
Oninaki
God.
series and such.
So
Yeah.
Square Enix specifically wants us to stick with the FTC guidelines.
If they give it to you, to comply with the FTC and such, you have to say essentially like it's a sponsored series. Thank you to the person who provided the game.
Every 30 minutes.
But it was every 30 minutes.
It's
and
miserable.
So in an episode online, it might be once or twice in an episode, but for a stream, if we're streaming for several hours, we have to have someone in chat say, hey, you have to thank Square Enix. Thank you, Squeenix. Yeah.
Alright, well, with this, you guys obviously don't need to have to hear me, see me buy this game, nor would I really want to show that, to be honest. Anyway, this is a lot of fun. This is actually more than we got to play at PAX West. The demo they'd given us then was actually more of like a curtailed experience. So having a little bit more time to like get into the game and actually like mess with some of the mechanics is really fun. I'm blown away with how beautiful this game looks, how interesting it's going to be. I love the combat system. I'm actually surprised how complicated it feels. I feel frazzled playing it's sort of a turn-based RPG-ish. I mean, yeah, you press square to attack and you can block and roll. But, well, no, I don't know. It's so weird to describe because it's slower paced than, say, like, Hades, but this makes me feel so much more frazzled. I think it's because it's an entirely new system I haven't really seen or experienced before in this manner. Even if it's very similar to other things, it just was weird. But I like it. I want to see more with this because there's some serious potential here. It's like going from Pokemon to the Final Fantasy VI ATB system. I was like, all the potential. And so here we are. Anyway, so I guess with this, we will be back, obviously, when the game fully comes out in, I think it's 37 days, March 10th, April 10th, which I cannot wait for. But I guess until then, we'll all have to sit tight and be patient. So, I did mention I might play Crisis Core in the meantime. If I did, it would definitely be like a rush job, and I might honestly skip a number of the side missions, but I gotta figure out if I can even do that. So we'll see. Either that or I'll do Crisis Core as kind of like maybe I'll do Crisis Core over the summer after Final Fantasy VII, while we're waiting for for Part 2 to come by. Which, speaking of, for those of you that don't know, we've mentioned this, but Final Fantasy VII will be split into multiple parts. It'll be like the Midgar arc, and then who knows what the heck else afterwards. They don't know if it's going to be a 2-parter or a 3-parter. I'm crossing my fingers for 2 parts, but like, if this game is as good as the vertical slice we saw here, then I have no complaints. And, yeah. So, I guess with this, I'll see you all in about a month. And thanks for watching.